Hey guys, it is me, the dude who talks, and welcome. I just want to apologise for being quiet last week. I had a bit of personal issues that I won't go into, but anyway, I'm here now and I'm ready to talk to you about a new album. And that new album is The Yellow Sea by Wormhog, which saw its physical release this month through Electric Valley Records. So, for those who don't know, Wormhog are a stoner progressive rock band from Athens in Greece, which feature Panos on vocals and guitar, Shuli on lead guitar, Kamaris on bass, and Old Hog on drums. So they got their name as part of a concept, and it ties in with the album as well, The Yellow Sea, which is meant to set an origin story for the Wormhog beast. And the best way to describe it is actually from the band themselves, which said this: it's a trip through space, a strange eclipse of the sun, the birth of a monster, its fall from the sky and into the Yellow Sea. So the question being, what did I think of Yellow Sea? Did I enjoy listening to it, or did I want someone to slay this Wormhog beast once and for all? Well, let's find out. So for those who want to know, Yellow Sea has 8 songs and clocks in at 48 minutes. So I'm going to do something a little bit differently, but I think I may have done this before, so not as different. I don't know why I said that. I'm just going to pick 4 songs and just talk about them. So I figure the first song I'm going to talk about is the album opener, which is called Wormhole. So as far as openings go in albums, this makes a solid impression. There's no intro, it just goes straight into it with his first riff, which I find really refreshing in some cases. While I do believe the whole song is stuck in mid-pace, it definitely feels energetic. So, musically speaking, it definitely borrows from Sabbath. Surprise, surprise. But it doesn't just copy and paste Sabbath, it also channels a lot of influences. And one of them I noticed was a bit of like Mastodon for when it gets a bit heavy, which for some people might be a bad thing, but I think it does it justice. And anyway, here's a little bit of an example of that. So let's talk about the vocals, and they kick in past the minute mark. And I think Panos has a great vocal delivery. It feels like he's got a good range. Best way to describe it is a little bit of like baritone and then hitting the high notes as well. If I was trying to compare him to other vocalists, it would be like Patrick Walker from 40 Watt Sun, and at times Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden. So the next song I want to talk about is Hellmouth, which is the shortest song on the album, which sees the intro getting a bit of a faster pace while it leads off into the vocals. While the riff is great in this song, the standout for me is definitely the vocals from Panos. It shows him really push it on this song. Musically, it gets like really tight. However, it does get a little bit loose towards the end with this like laid back solo that made me think of something from like Pink Floyd. The next song I want to talk about is called Crystal Grain. This has a bit of a Mastodon DNA in the song. This song is actually quite slow paced as well, but when you think you got it figured out, a solo comes out from nowhere and helps change up the pace of the song. The solo of the song feels like something out of the playbook of Tony Iommi, which is fine as it's done really well. So the second pace of the song, the pace pickens up a little bit, and there's a bit more of a metal riff in this as well, which I think is really decent. While definitely not a metal record, I definitely feel that this band can definitely dip its toes in the metal genre as well. So hopefully you have an idea of what this album and band are all about. So the last song I want to talk to you guys about is called One Man, which is on the second half of the album, and in my opinion is the strongest part of the album. And I feel like One Man is really evident of that. It feels like the songwriting is really exceptional on this song, and it just shows that the band are like firing on all cylinders as the way they blend all the influences and different styles in together, and it just really shines. So that may not make sense to you, but I feel like the best way to show you guys is just to play a sample of One Man.
Why not accept my justice? Two options we.
My overall opinion on this album is, while I will admit that it did take quite a few more listens to really register and digest than usual, but once I got past that point, I really enjoyed the album. It does a good job of blending old and new influences, and I feel like the musicianship is really tight on this record, and also the production really helps on this record. I feel like with that, the band members have been given equal moments to shine on this record. So, do I think you should pick this record up? Well, yes, I think you should. It's a difficult listen at first, but once you get past that, I reckon you'll really like this record. So that was me talking about Yellow Sea by Wormhog. Have you picked this album up yet? Please let me know what you thought about it down below in the comments section. Like always, if you've enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe. It really helps out. I also just want to quickly plug my Facebook and Instagram. I'll include in links to them in the comment section as well, so if you want to give that a like and a follow, please do so. So all I've got left to say to you guys is I've been the Dude Who Talks. You guys are fucking awesome. Thank you so much for listening. Cheers.